Today's Shorts is about celebrating some of the progress that we're actually making. During this time, it's easy to focus on what's not working. I'm seeing a lot of doom and gloom. I'm seeing also a lot of criticism of what is actually being done, but not enough creating of what I call active hope. And this idea of active hope is also about acknowledging, well, where is progress actually happening? Where are we moving forward? And it's essential that we focus on that in order to be able to navigate this time of transition that we're in. Because we can't get onto the other side of the change curve and the change process that we're in unless we also focus on hope. Now, it's not just about some airy-fairy kind of hope, it's hope based on facts that show us that things are improving, that yes, we can do this. And so what I wanted to do in this particular short is celebrate some of those pieces that have been coming together, because often they get lost in all the noise of that, things not working out, things being difficult, the uncertainty we're in. I'm not going to go into all of that, but we don't focus enough on this piece around active hope. So, what are we celebrating? We are celebrating that the UN has recognized as a human right our right to a sustainable environment. This means that what is happening right now is there is a legal framework that is getting built around this sustainability piece. It's not just based anymore on airy-fairy ideas, imagination, or promises. It's starting to get to be embedded in our system in a way that we can actually action. So this is a huge deal. It's huge forward progress. And yes, we could always say, oh, it's not enough or whatever, but let's stay with this piece around active hope that really shows us that things are moving in certain places. It seems that this whole legal aspect is the place where a lot of things are happening. So what also happened recently is that an action succeeded in the High Court in the United Kingdom against the government in terms of its current climate change plans, and saying that ultimately that's just not good enough. And so the government is going to have to come back and really look at that to create a framework that will bring about meaningful change. So that's the second piece of good news. And another piece, which is it's coming from not so great news, but actually creating something better. What we're seeing now, I just saw a recent survey that showed with the current heat waves that have been going on in the UK, that suddenly the bulk of the population, and now we're talking about 75% of women and 63% of men who currently see action on climate change necessary. So all the things that are happening are having people understand that this is real and that action is needed, and having them start to back that action. So what we're seeing is really people understanding that this is happening and getting on board with us creating change. And that is great news, because what I really believe is if we get all together in this and we really decide that we're going to do this and this transition, then we can do it. The thing is that as long as we keep fighting it and keep dragging our heels, and loads of people not even thinking it's necessary and arguing about it, then we lose precious time. So as we're building that momentum, which is backed by actions that are succeeding, that are making our governments accountable. I mean, that is why that UK decision is so huge. That is the first time where we are having governments be accountable, and where it's really coming out from a legal perspective, this is simply not good enough. You're going to have to up your game. And with the strengthening through the UN, and of course, that doesn't automatically provide masses of opportunities for action, but it provides another layer of seriousness as to this isn't just kind of this little thing, this little issue on the side. This relates to the survival of humanity, of human beings, and it needs to go into our basic human rights. So I hope this helps you in this piece of active hope. And I will keep sharing some of these pieces that show that there is progress being made, because I don't think that that is happening enough. And we need to be able to see that progress is being made to sustain that hope, and also to give us the courage individually and collectively to keep taking action. Because otherwise we go into this mindset of what's the point? One of the big narratives that's going on that's going on now is, before what was being said was, oh, climate change is not real. Now it's like, oh, well, it is real, but there's nothing we can do about it. And we need to change that narrative to one to active hope. No, we are actually doing this. We can do it, and we are doing this. And look, things are moving forward. Things are progressing. So this is about you keep focusing also on what is happening, what is progressing, what is going right. And please share them with us, share them in terms of the comments on this video, so that we can all see that progress is being made. And also reflect to yourself, how are you going to keep nurturing this piece around active hope for yourself and also for others? And let us know about that, so that we can support each other in that also.